Yo, what's going on, guys? Chase Strider here, and today we're gonna be doing something different. Something that Different Fight, another Vanguard YouTuber, has done. He has made his top 10 reasons on why he loves Vanguard. And at the end of that video, he declared that for you guys, the viewers, to go in the comments and to tell us why you love Vanguard. And for us content creators, and I know I'm relatively new, I still, very fresh to the YouTube community, but I, will also do my own 10 reasons on why I love this game. Because this game is amazing. This has now have become something I do every single week, no matter what. Every day I think of this game and I play this game. This game is one of the best games I have ever played, and will probably stay like that, for as long as Vanguard lives. So, without further ado, let's start off with my top 10 reasons on why I love Vanguard. I have wrote it down in my piece of paper here. So, number one, it's very easy to get into the game. They rebooted the anime not too long ago. Like 2 years ago, they rebooted the anime. So new players, could go watch the first season, and learn how to play the game that way, which is very, very crucial because not every game does that. And standard, which is one of the formats, lets you get into the game very easily, so you could play it with its simple rules and its simple format, and it's very easy to learn. Like I taught my little brother, he's 16, and it didn't take him that long to learn. Literally took him a day to learn. So, and we go to our locals too, so he's doing well there too. So my second reason on why I love Vanguard, there are two different formats. There is standard and there is premium. Standard is where new players could start off, with the simple rules and the anime reboots. That's where everyone could start off. If you're new to the game, start off with standard, learn the mechanics, and then you'll be able to go into premium and see all the different strategies, different ways to play the game, with strides, with a legion, with all of that. So I suggest, like, if you're new, start off with standard, learn it really well, and then, once you say hey, I got this very, very down, hey, go and start with premium then, because that's where the real fun begins. And sorry, I almost forgot about that. And I don't know. So number three, which I just said, is the anime. The anime is very, very important because not every card game does this. Like you see Magic doesn't have an anime. You see Pokemon does have an anime, but it's not a card game anime. So you don't really get that same feeling of like you actually playing the real card game. And let's see. Also, you get for Yu-Gi-Oh, another one, sorry, kind of started there, but Yu-Gi-Oh does have an anime, but it comes out with new mechanics each and every single time. So for a new player to come into it, guess what? They're like, oh, tribute summoning, oh, okay, that's not bad. Ritual summoning, I guess. Fusion, you'll be like, hey, there's a lot of different fusion mechanics. And then you'll be like, synchros and then XCs, pendulums, links, the different rules, different master rules coming out every single time. And then you're gonna be like, yo, what? Like, you're just gonna get confused if you're a new player. So the reason I like it is because, the anime explains it, and you learn the rules very easily. So it's very, very nice that the anime stays true to the actual card game. Number 4, building a deck that you like. Not every card game does this. For example, Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, you like this specific archetype? Well, you're not really gonna you could build it, but you're not gonna really win, because all these other decks could shut you down turn 1. Alright? Vanguard doesn't do that. You can't shut someone down turn 1. So, you could build your favorite clan and you'll still have a chance. Your deck, it's not bad. Each deck is not, horrible. Yeah, some decks are better than others, but that doesn't mean they're gonna win every single time. Alright? There is still very, like luck-based things in the fight that could make your deck very good. And then at the end of the fight, you end up winning. So each deck has its own value. Alright? You could play your favorite deck, and still come out on top. So that's the reason why I love this game, because you could build your deck and you could still do good, even against topping decks. My brother uses Oracle Think Tank and Standard. You don't see that. And he beat a Vanquisher player in the shop tournament. He's experienced the Vanquisher player and he beat the Vanquisher player. Alright? So don't let anyone just like tear you down and say like, oh, this deck is bad. No, like, yeah, one deck may be better than the other, but guess what? That doesn't mean you're gonna lose. So there is still that chance. So build a deck that you love. Build a deck, the clan that you love. And put the cards you love, and guess what? Your deck will respawn. Number 5. Any strategy is viable. So, what I mean is that you could build your clan, and then your archetype within that clan, and, put some random cards in there, switch around your deck, You could do that every single time. So, and like, hey, you might find new things and say, hey, if I run this card, it'll be better for me. Or, hey, I could cut this down to like 1, and that'll be even, work in my favor. I personally run Shadow Paladins. I'm a Shadow Paladin main in Standard. So I run Mordred, and currently, I still need to buy my Nemains and Swordbreakers. Because Nemains, I was about to buy them, and then the day afterwards, they shot up in price to like $30-something. And then the Swordbreakers went up to like 20. And I'm like, yo, no. So I'm running my deck without Nemains and Swordbreakers right now. And I'm still doing really well. It's because, your card, like, the replacements I put in, for the Nemains and Swordbreakers, I could still use in the guard. I could still, send them out, call them and use your skill. Like I have Blaster Javelin in my deck just to use his skill. I use it as like a pseudo Swordbreaker. Alright? Blaster Javelin is like, I like him because I could call him. Guess what? He has more power than Swordbreaker. I counterblast. I get to draw a card. Alright? But yeah, I have to have other rear guards, but I'm usually always going to have another grade 1 there. So, that's what I use, for my replacement for Swordbreakers. That's for Nemains. I just put whatever other grade 1s I think would, help me. So, yeah, any strategy, it's viable. Go crazy with your decks, guys. You don't have to, be like, oh, must play this OP deck. No, you don't. You're not forced to do that. Number 6, every match is intense till the last second. Everyone can agree to this. Everyone knows this. Triggers change the game. You get, your opponent 2 to passes, your Vanguard attack. They're on like 3 damage, you're on 5, which happened to me. Alright, I was going up against Aquaforce, the Revan build, in one of my shop tournaments, like last week. So he 2 to pass my Vanguard attack. I twin drived with my Mordred. I got my crit on the first check, and I was like, okay, I have to go all in. If not, I will lose. So I bet everything on it. I gave all effects to my Vanguard. My second check was another critical trigger, which broke through his shield and dealt him the last 3 damage that I needed to win. So hey, so that's what I mean about every time, every match, it's intense till the very last second. You could be on like the thread of losing and you will still have a chance to win. So number 7, interaction with other players. This is something I value a lot. Alright, because you hear a lot of things about other, like, community saying, oh, this community is very, very toxic. You know, everyone is very selfish. No one, you know, goes out of their way for some other player. You know, they're all, no, everything is must be for me. But like, not Vanguard. I don't get the feeling, you know, that same like toxic feeling. You know, it's like it feels like your locals feels like a second home to you. You go in there and you could talk to anyone. You know, you could be like, hey, you know, can you play a match against me? They'll be like, yeah, sure, why not? Let's go. You know, and then hey, they'll give you advice. They'll give you, you know, new deck ideas. Maybe you could switch around your deck. You know, switch this card for another one. That you know, to make it a little bit more better. You know, and you know, you could even meet some amazing people, man. Because I met some amazing people so far in my locals, and I'm very, very loving it right now. Alright, so time to go to the back for my last 3 points of this piece of paper. So, number 8, like I said, people being selfless. That's, you know, people doing kind acts of kindness. And what I mean by that, they may give you an expensive card just for free. I got a Nullity Revenger Masquerade, which is a grade 2 Masquerade from my Shadow Paladin deck, because one of the players there literally had extras and he just like, you know what, bro, here, take it, you know, I don't need it, here, add it to your deck. I know you need it, so here you go. So he gave it to me at no charge. And I was like, what, bro, are you serious? He's like, yeah, sure, you know, I don't need it, you know, but I see you need it for your deck, so here you go. You know, that was like the most amazing thing anyone like can do for you. It's like they basically gave me $20 just because Nullity Revenger, it's $20 right now. So he just gave it to me without a second thought. He's like, here you go. And I'm like, wow, like even for like my brother, sorry, you know, he got like some Aquaforce cards from this Aquaforce player in the local. He's like, here, you know, here's, you know, your cards so you could start building that Aquaforce deck. Because my brother really wants to build Aquaforce because he likes the clan because he was watching the anime. He's like, well, bro, like Leon's so cool, you know, Maelstrom and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, man, like go for it, you know, build that clan that you love, which is, you know, which was basically my number 4 point. So, and for, you know, to continue my number 8 point, people can lend you a deck in your locals for your local tournament. So I went there, and like the first day, you know, they were holding a tournament within like a couple, like in 15 minutes after I walked in. And like, hey, you want to play? It's like, oh, sorry, I don't have a deck, you know. But this other player was like, hey, you know, I have an extra deck here. You could use it, you know, for the shop tournament. And I was like, yo, why not? So I really like, literally the moment I walked in, no one knew me, and they were like, here, man, come play with us. I really, really like that. You know, you don't see that very often. So on to my 9th point. Coming out with the new games. This is something I value a lot. As you see right now, we're in Cardfight Vanguard 0, which is a mobile game. Right now it's only out in Japanese, but the English version is soon to come, you know, within a month or 2, maybe even weeks as I'm recording this video. And, you know, there's also, you know, Vanguard EX, you know, for the Switch and the PlayStation, which is also, you know, Japanese only, but you could still download it, you know. So, yeah, and like the DS games, which were also Japanese only, which is like, you know, right now a lot of Vanguard games are Japanese only because they're very hesitant of releasing it in the West because, you know, they're like, hey, I don't know if the people will buy it, will probably just lose money than gain money. So like, I want more people to get into the game, you know, make it even bigger than like Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic. That would be amazing, alright? And then everyone could like just start, you know, being very friendly with each other, you know, regionals, you know, worlds, and everyone would just enjoy this game so much more if we have a bigger family to work with. So, and number 10, my last and final point of why I love this game. Imagine it. One of the very first lines in episode 1 from the original series. What did Kai say to Aichi? Imagine it. Alright? You are now standing on the surface of planet Cray. Alright? That, when I first watched that, when it first came out, that very first episode that I just happened to stumble upon. That blew my mind. You know, the moment someone says to you, hey, imagine it, you're like, whoa. It takes you to like a different world. It takes you to like a brand new experience that you could do it with, you know? You're like, oh, imagine it? Yes, of course. You know, your favorite card, guess what? You could just be just like the boy Aichi. You know, you could ride your avatar. You know, you could ride your favorite units. You could call your favorite units. You could build a deck around your favorite units just by using your imagination and building a deck just by the way you imagined it with. Your imagination is the key to loving Vanguard even more. And those are the top 10 reasons on why I love this game oh so much. And I thank you guys for watching this. I hope you guys have enjoyed my top 10 reasons. And without Different Fight, he said to everyone in the community, hey, do your own. You know, I'm a relatively new, I am new to the YouTube community. You know, you guys right now are supporting me. Thank you, you know, giving me likes and, you know, subscribing, leaving nice comments. I love that. Thank you so much, guys. That means the world to me. You know, just seeing how, you know, other players are very, loving this game as much as I do, you know. I really love seeing that. And I hope that, you know, the fan base could grow even more. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.